Hi, and welcome to my Learn Something New project, Blacksmith Edition, a Situated Studios production. Well, when we first got the assignment, I was worried time would fly by, and it seems like it kinda did. First thing I did was, I found myself a master, because as Yoda said, always there are two, master and apprentice. So, I found this guy. When in doubt, call your friends. This is Michael Sproat. He's from Texas too. He's as Texan as they come, just like me. And he's the first person I called because he happens to have one of these. And it's awesome. As soon as I saw it, I wanted to be like this guy, making swords and awesome cool things. But that's just not the way it goes. You have to work very hard to get to where this guy here is. He's a master. The first thing my master did was give me books. Apparently I'm supposed to read them to get myself codified with knowledge, and then we can actually get to work and practice. So I read my books, and I learned my tools, and I learned about all kinds of things. Vices and hammers and fullers and pliers and anvils, all kinds of cool stuff. Bellows to keep the fire hot, stoking my fuel for knowledge. But it seemed like there was always more tools. I didn't know where to start, where to stop. These are all the pieces and parts to the anvil alone. It felt a little overwhelming. Unfortunately, I had no community of practice to join nearby, so after I read the books and codified my knowledge, we dove right in. Maybe I'd picked the wrong thing because it took a lot of guidance for me to produce my first nails and barbecue fork. Then, just as I got the hang of things, my mentor was forced to abandon me as fatherhood came a month early. So I looked into what it would cost to build my own forge, and it turns out, it's a small fortune. I really thought I was screwed. So I did what any enterprising person does these days, and I turned to interwebs. On the interwebs I found the YouTubes, and on the YouTubes I found a whole massive group of knowledge builders sharing their videos, where I learned about microforging. So I decided to try it on my own.
Definitely getting warmer now.
Use a glove, otherwise you'll lose hair. I already lost the hair on those knuckles today. Got a little too close to the fire. That's what happens when you take on a hobby that is essentially playing with fire. So what we're building here, this is the stump to absorb the vibration and keep it from giving. We're building a little anvil for little work. Because the big anvil, this is my anvil face vise, the big anvil sucks too much heat out of the work too fast. So I can preheat this piece, and it's pretty hot actually. Then I'm going to mount it, and it should keep us it'll give us a longer working time with our little pieces. Making a little scimitar. So what we're doing right now is we're doing micro forging. We're doing little pieces instead of big pieces. And instead of using a full-size forge, we're using a propane blowtorch. you think?
Looks kind of like a scimitar.
So, kind of a community thing. I'm working on an entire set here. We have a bar that we use for entertaining, and so I can put my newfound skill to work. I'm making a set of cocktail skewers that'll be unique. And then we will skewer things with them.
Explain what you're doing.
Well, right now all I'm doing is I'm trying to take the outer coating that you get, the black stuff from the forging process. I'm trying to get all of that off of the blade. Trying out our skewers. This is a peach raspberry rum martini with a dash of color and some medieval flavor. Ta-da! And we'll hang it off the side. Your drink is served.
Awesome.